James Charles is getting some free publicity around town. Have you seen it? There's a billboard out there with some of his greatest hits. Will this bring some accountability? Nah. His fan base is so supportive of him that they don't care he's into children.
Allegedly!
However, it made people remember James Charles' existence and recount his multiple accusations. Something we are doing today. And because I really enjoy playing devil's advocate for Colleen Ballinger, I'm gonna try and defend the indefensible. Let's see how it goes. James Charles was born on May 23rd of 1999 in Bethlehem, New York. He started uploading song covers on YouTube in 2010.
He look around the room, he won't tell you his plan, he's got a old cigarette.
He taught himself how to do makeup and worked as a hairstylist and makeup artist. But it was in 2016, a year after posting makeup tutorials on his YouTube channel, that he will finally go viral.
It did glam for them for the first time ever, and they came back so ugly, and I emailed them just saying, can I redo it please, and can I bring my ring light? And they're like, we don't care. Sure, come on and back in. Look, as long as you're paying for the retake, we'll let you do whatever. So I went back and it ended up becoming history. I could have never guessed, especially looking back now at all the things that like have gone viral and all the things that have happened with me, like that would have been the thing to skyrocket everything, to be the catalyst for what is now my crazy career.
CoverGirl took notice of him, and at just 17, James Charles became the first male ambassador of the brand.
Today is a great day for lash equality.
From easy breezy, equal is beautiful. CoverGirl.
This was huge and got a lot of people talking about it. His channel exploded in subscribers, and because he will always start his videos with
Hi sisters!
he will create sister apparel. Then came the now iconic Morphe palette that everyone wanted to have, as in everyone around the world. James Charles' face was everywhere, online and in real life. He will eventually do some celebrity makeup. He was also doing his sister tours, where he will answer questions, sing, and people could see a live makeup tutorial and follow along, I guess. James did a YouTube Originals reality show called Instant Influencer, where he will try to find the next beauty guru. He won an award for that one. He was invited to a Met Gala, which is weird, because YouTubers are not particularly invited to those type of events. And let's not forget the singing, because, you know, that's kind of how he began on this platform. Product he produces, product that immediately sells, even after the controversies, which, let's start with the mild ones, shall we? In 2017, James posted a tweet that was extremely bigoted, which he later deleted and apologized for. People were demanding CoverGirl to speak up about the incident, and they did. They denounced the tweet, they said they don't support racism, but James was not fired or reprimanded. By this time, James started thinking he was some sort of untouchable creature, or that everyone was on his side, because he became so petty. In 2018, Makeup Geek was making a documentary about the beauty community and the industry overall, and she was working with Netflix to make it happen. James went off on her, saying she stole his idea and that she basically is just jealous of other people's success.
She basically said that Makeup Geek is failing because of the fact that she refuses to charge big influencers $60,000, which is the rate that she's been given.
There's a difference between making a good living for yourself and charging so much that there comes a sense of entitlement. And
because of that personal thing that happened and her being on video, the whole 60,000 thing created a witch hunt against influencers, and I have never had so many hate comments on videos about product placement before.
Once you get to this level,
it's very expensive to run a business.
Just like Alicia Keys, apparently. In 2020, she was starting a makeup brand, and James subtweeted her saying something like, "People who don't wear makeup shouldn't start a makeup company." And in the same year, he bitched on Instagram about a PR package he received from someone who had no business having a makeup brand.
I just opened a PR package from a new makeup brand from somebody who has no business having a makeup brand, and I just wanted to show you guys some of these products, okay? This is the liquid highlighter that I just opened up. Notice anything weird about it? There's no highlighter in there, nor is there a cap, and it's not even sealed. Like, I actually just received this piece of plastic in a PR box.
That was Lauren Conrad's makeup line, which he made fun of. To be fair to James, the package had several empty boxes, which Lauren claimed that was a mistake on her part. In 2021, James Charles was sued by his former producer/video editor, Kelly Rockline, someone who had worked for him for 6 months back in 2018. She claims that James made her work 12 hours every single day, including weekends. According to Kelly, James promoted her from video editor to his producer, but failed to find another editor, so she had to do both jobs with no extra salary. On top of that, Kelly claims she was suffering from discrimination, and she also suffered a concussion while on the clock and in front of James. But instead of helping her, he scolded her lack of determination because she had to go to the hospital, of course. But James was mad she didn't work from the hospital bed, like in the movies. The doctors told Kelly to take a week off, and once she returned to the job, James fired her. James claimed this is all a big money grab, and he was basically blackmailed, making his fans harass Kelly and sending her death threats. So James Charles was at his pool sunbathing, doing rich people stuff, and he was wearing a tiny bathing suit, and he's a male with male appendages, but said appendage was kind of missing. Some people thought that not only did he had a BBL, but he also, cut it off. So to shut down all of those rumors, James posted a picture of himself tucking his junk with the caption, "When people ask me if I cut it off, here's your answer." I think he lost around 10,000 Instagram followers after that one. But now, let's escalate into his weird concept of friendship. James Charles and Tati Westbrook became really close over the years. He did her wedding makeup and had a cute nickname for her, Mom.
Wow.
So it was kind of puzzling that in April of 2019, James would post a sponsored video for a vitamin company called Sugar Bear Hair, the direct competitor of Halo Beauty, Tati's vitamins.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Sugar Bear Hair. I met their team weekend 1 at Coachella, and they really helped me and my friends out with sister security because it was crazy. You guys probably already know about their iconic hair vitamins, but they just came out with brand new vegan sleep vitamins. And first of all, they taste so bomb. But most importantly, I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety recently, and it always comes late at night when I'm laying in bed thinking, which is not fun or fresh. So I've been taking these 30 minutes before bed, and they've been really, really helping. So if you guys want to check them out, you can swipe up.
Hey guys, who is having a crappy day? Raise your hand right now. I just wanted to hop on. I don't even really know why. I never get in these moods to just vent or do a rant or anything like that, but I'm literally sitting here in my studio. I can't film. And this never happens to me, where I feel like I'm here, I know what I should be doing, I should be working, I should film, and I just can't. Because I'm stressed out and I feel really lost, and I feel in my community especially, I feel really lonely. Friends should support one another. That's how it should be. And when you do so much for people in your life and they not only don't return the favor, but they just don't even see you, I get it. I fucking get it. I'm just so upset. I feel really used, and that's the bad part of Hollywood. Welcome to business. Everybody says what they need to say and uses who they need to use to get ahead, and I have had about enough. It's not right.
This led to the now infamous Bye Sister video by Tati, where she talked about feeling backstabbed by someone she trusted. And not only that, but she said how James will use his fame and money to manipulate men into being with him. Basically starting Dramageddon 2.0.
Fame, power, and a fat bank account will change almost anyone. And if you don't have people that will tell you to your face that you're doing the wrong things, you will change. And I tried to be that person for you, James. I really tried. I don't think there's any getting through to you, and I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to be associated with you. And I need to say that very publicly so that this chapter can just be closed.
Kayla Malik was a 19-year-old TikToker at the time this whole thing happened. She was dating another content creator named Evan Johnson for 9 months. Kayla and James Charles were friends. She broke up with Evan because he was mistreating her, and he actually went to jail for 18 months. Kayla talked about all of this in a TikTok video. Okay, so what does James Charles have to do with all of this? It gets pathetic really fast. One of Evan's ex-best friends came forward in an interview claiming James Charles and Evan became romantic after the breakup.
In communication every single day. There was, some pictures going back and forth, and it was just James just got home, shirtless, and just laying on his bed, angle like this and stuff like that. Just trying to, I guess, look pretty for Evan. There was a message that James had sent to Evan and says, "I have a big surprise for you when you get home." And the next picture was James bent over on his bed with his up in the air, then messages like, "How do you like that, daddy?" The only person he had after losing Kayla that he felt that he would be able to stay in the industry was James Charles. So he had to keep James Charles as close to him as possible. If not, then where would he end up?
James, instead of supporting his alleged friend, saw an opportunity to, get it on.
Do not support Evan Johnson in any way, shape, or form, and let me make that fucking clear. I don't support him, I don't support violence against women, and I sure as hell do not support the disgusting, deplorable, violent, heinous acts that he committed against Kayla Malik behind closed doors. It really sucks that at this point I am left with no options other than to pursue a case. As for Kayla, I am so fucking sorry that I ever got involved in this. I should have never believed his lies and manipulation. I should have never even responded back to him in the first place, and I'm sorry for hurting you. I genuinely do wish you the absolute best of luck, and I really hope that you get justice for what that man put you through.
Even if nothing happened between these two, it's repugnant how selfish and predatory James can be. Because believe me, if nothing happened with Evan, it's not because of lack of trying. Just ask the many other men he has been close to or collab with. Nobody is safe around him.
Laddie, what's up? Love you.
I love a good big nutcracker.
Set. What is
Go!
what the
Just kidding!
I'm camping and just like nature mingling with the wild. Okay, it's good enough.
I love a good load.
And okay.
Thank God we have you to protect us.
I'm curious.
Alright guys, well that was it for this week's video. Hope you guys
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again, and somehow you're the victim. It's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sexuality, especially when they are still, emerging into adulthood. You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them. And how dare you laugh about it and make meme after meme and retweet and this and that and I love straight boys, and make it a joke.
James Charles is notorious for trying to turn straight men gay, kind of like a power dynamic. In 2019, 20-year-old Gage Gomez, a model and James Charles Coachella date, spoke about feeling pressured by James into being intimate with him.
James then saw this as an opportunity to manipulate me as a person who may or may not have been trying to figure things out about their sexuality. After the fact of telling him that I was straight multiple times. He then started to begin putting a little bit of pressure on me of getting to know me without like disregarding the fact that I told him I was straight. Because as you all know, this person 99.9, maybe even 100% of the times goes after heterosexual men. All of his friends, I guess, came to a conclusion that I was using him. And what's interesting is like these influencers are like chasing clout all the time, and they're all loud when it's drama, right? But only when it's amongst themselves, because it generates the views and the engagement. But when it comes to like someone like me, a normal person who's not like an influencer or public figure or anything like that, they couldn't be truthful. And this person had to take to social media and all that. And what's funny is this individual has already been involved in like 2 other major scandals, which just shows how much not even this one person, but all of them rely on scandals, you could say. There was a tweet made about me, and it was slanderous, bashful, and skewed from the truth. And the person who made this tweet obviously realized that. And maybe if they didn't realize that, they understood that it was aggressive and maybe the wrong thing to do, and they deleted it. I'm not sure if everyone knows that it was deleted.
James alleged this was all consensual, something I don't think Gage denied, but still pressured into do it. Then James tweeted in support of these 2 guys I have never heard about, Andreas and Xavier Lopez.
Remember when people accused Andreas of, and you tweeted calling him clout chasers? It's the victim blaming for me. James responded saying, "What are you talking about? I would never say that." James, I think you may want to go back and read some of your past tweets. However, the situation got cleared up after it was confirmed that James was not talking about Tony in his tweet, he was talking about Vinny Hacker.
In 2021, a 16-year-old boy posted a TikTok exposing James Charles. He claims James sent him nude pictures of himself and was pressuring the boy into sexting, even after learning he was a teenager. James responded by saying he saw a picture of the boy on his Explore page and added him on Snapchat. According to James, the kid was the one excited to talk to him, talking about love him and whatever. James claimed he returned the affection with nude pictures of him in the shower once the kid told him he was 18. But after he came forward with his real age, James unfriended him, and that's why he is outing the story, because he is butthurt basically. But 3 more guys showed up, one even showing screenshots of James still flirting with him after knowing the kid was 17.
James Charles kicked the year off in drama when a TikTok user posted his James Charles experience and shared DMs he received from James, where he is flirting with this guy, admitting he knows this guy is straight, and pitching the benefits of being with him.
So if I'm being like, "Oh my god, David, you're annoying," over text, right? You don't know if I'm saying like, "Oh my god, David, you're being annoying," or like, "Oh my god, David, you're being annoying," or like, "Oh my god, David, you're being annoying," because all 3 of those are completely different like emotions that you cannot see through text. You only get to actually experience those through a FaceTime call or through being in person. Even over the phone, you still miss out on things because you're missing somebody's facial expressions, right? So because you refuse to hang out with people or because you refuse to FaceTime, you're not allowing people to actually get to know you as like a human being. And that's a massive, massive problem whenever it comes to being in a relationship with somebody. So obviously being that you are straight, I would assume that you don't know a lot about like the gay community.
Anyways, I go to bed that night and I wake up to his nudes being sent to me, and it made me very, very uncomfortable. He would send me a photo of his behind in the mirror, and he also sent me a video of him naked in the shower, which those videos are somewhere on the internet. I'm sure you can find it. If I looked, I could probably find them in a Google Drive that we actually had for my lawyer. He started realizing that I wasn't into that. He started kind of making threats towards.
Which brings us to the holding myself accountable video, where he kind of confesses this whole thing about talking to underage kids. He only speaks about 2 incidents, and he excused his behavior as being desperate for love.
And I couldn't understand why relationships were the one outlier. Why were they not working? Why was this area of me so different? And I finally came to a conclusion. It sucks and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
This is when companies finally did something. Morphe dropped him, YouTube temporarily demonetized his channel, and people close to him backed away.
Like, yo, like, when you're 18, yeah.
I was trying to take it.
Didn't he get called
out
for like a million times, and he's like, he just continues to do it over
And
and
he's
over?
still just, it's like such an abuse of power, which I think is such a thing. Like, if you're like
James
using
Charles?
your power dynamic to
know
like
this.
your young fans and like manipulate people.
Weird.
And it's weird, we were just friends for so long, and he like would hide so much like that from me and just do so much that in my opinion, don't want to get sued, that in my opinion wasn't ethical or right. And you know, if I'm someone who's saying like, what you're doing is morally wrong,
It's
you gotta
wrong.
be doing some wrong.
It's gotta be off the
Like,
deep
I'm
end
not
type shit.
like just out here like the moral police, like, you know.
But even after all of this, he released some eyeshadows and they sold out. People still like the guy, and you kind of have to question why. This is the part of the video I will try really hard to defend James Charles, to either solidify his guilt or maybe expose some innocence. Let's ask the legal team what needs to be clarified in the case. Number 1, James Charles thinks he's better than everyone. Number 2, James Charles is a bad friend. And number 3, James Charles is a predator. Okay, number 1. I think if anyone got fame in their teens, has people praise their work, and gets to collab with celebrities, they will also think they are awesome, right? James was a teen who got everything he wanted in the blink of an eye. Of course, he showed a lack of maturity, but it comes with the years and the experience. Not to mention, he surrounded himself with vacuous people who only wanted views and brands who wanted money out of him. The beauty industry is ruthless, and James Charles is at the top for a reason. Number 2. If we are talking about the Tati situation, James explained the reasonings behind the sponsor video. He had issues at Coachella, and the brand was the only one that saved him at the moment. It was a thank you more than anything else. He said he didn't want to be involved in his friend's products because it will be a conflict to the viewers. And James knew Tati's product was good on its own. He knew the sponsor video will not affect her income in any way. And about Kayla, James said this was all a big misunderstanding. He didn't even know about the allegations when he offered his friendship to Evan. He just wanted to hear his side of the story while still be friends with Kayla. He can do both, you know? And 3. James Charles is a hopeless romantic. He wants to find the love of his life, and unfortunately he is a little desperate for it to happen, making him make a lot of mistakes. Was he involved with minors? Yes. According to the evidence, yes. But did he know he was engaging with a minor? Of course not. James sees a cute guy, messages him, starts flirting, and once he finds out he's talking to a kid, he vanishes. He is guilty of being uber horny, a hopeless romantic, and irresponsible in picking his potential partners, but he's not a predator. Don't you think he will be in jail if that's the case? The defense rests.
Oh my God!
Now, unlike Klein, where we dissected the corpse of her career, this time it's James Charles's reputation that's dead and stinks like hell. And again, let's use the defense points. My opinion, by the way. You tell me yours in the comments point by point. Number 1. Even if he was a teenager whose fame exploded in his face, making racist tweets has nothing to do with it, but everything to do with a shitty personality. A personality that was just exacerbated by money and people giving him everything he wanted. By being the very first man to be an ambassador for a makeup brand, he thought he was better than everyone else. Like a kid winning a gigantic trophy and rubbing it on everyone's faces. You can be confident about your work and still be humble. James is a great makeup artist, but he's not the best. He acts like he is though. Number 2. He is, indeed, the shittiest friend ever. I don't buy for a second that whole "it was a thank you video" situation. Sure, he was having some troubles at Coachella, but he decided that immediate fun was greater than a long-term friendship. He could have fixed his issues in another way, but he chose the fastest. I doubt Tati was on his mind. Gage was the one to impress. And the Kayla situation is just so pathetic. Sad and pathetic. Listen, James flew this Evan person to his house, showed him everything he owns, you know, the luxury stuff. Just like Tati said, James uses money and power to get guys to like him. Again, Kayla wasn't on his mind. Penis was. The only thing I learned is that he will help you, be close to you, or even consider you as a friend only if you have something he needs or if he can use you somehow. And number 3. I mean, with all the evidence, the screenshots, 15-year-olds coming out saying horrid stuff, there's a pattern here. And I think there's a clip of James saying alongside Nikita Dragon, they both are into straight men.
I have matured and grown up way faster than anybody else my age. Since we also have very similar taste in guys too.
Hot.
Masculine.
Straight.
That is so self-sabotaging and predatory as well. He wants to be the one who turns a straight guy into like him. That's some power play, which makes sense since kids are easy to corrupt. He preys on guys who are either confused about their sexuality or are impressed with all the money and luxury they can get out of him. But the defense was right in one thing. Well, 2, he is desperate.
I'm desperate.
But he's also not in jail. People still follow him, buy his products, watch his videos. Can someone explain why that is? Can someone tell me why other content creators are still associating with him? Money. Of course, money is more important than standing up to a predator allegedly who has wronged so many underage guys. So yeah, is that billboard gonna do anything to James' career? If trying to hook up with kids did nothing, this will be the same outcome. But hey, at least it made people remember him and the reasons he was rightfully cancelled. What do you think? Leave me your thoughts in the comments. If you're still here, thank you very much for hanging around. I appreciate you staying. And I hope I can see you in the next video. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.